Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Let's take a look at the opening round leaderboard at the American Express, the annual three-course event in the California desert on the PGA Tour. And it is young rookie Davis Thompson who takes the early lead. Opening round 62 for a two-shot advantage. He was playing La Quinta today, as well as Jon Rahm, who sits just 2 shots back. Xander Schauffele as well in the mix at 7 under. So a couple of storylines to keep our eye on, starting with Davis Thompson. He's a rookie. He's looking for his breakthrough win on the PGA Tour. A fair bit of pressure because, you know, we have got 10 of the top 20 players in the world right now.
We do, and he's got one of the guys arguably playing the best golf in the world right there behind him, Jon Rahm. But when you look at Davis Thompson, his coach Eric Eshelman was telling me he goes through a process where he has to learn things, and then he does quickly learn them and apply, and he kind of takes a step back. He did it in college. It took him a little bit of time, and then he started winning there the last couple of years in college. He did the same thing on the Korn Ferry Tour. Took a little bit of time to learn the professional game, and last year he ended up winning on the Korn Ferry Tour and, of course, finished inside the top 25 and secured his playing privileges. And what did he do in his first start? A top 10 at the Fortinet last year in this part of the 2022-23 schedule, as well as a tie for 12th finish at the Shriners in Las Vegas. So he is playing quite well. He drives the ball really well. I mean, that's one of his best statistics, and it's carried from the Korn Ferry Tour to this tour. But 24 putts in round number 1, that's what he's going to have to keep doing. He's going to have to keep making putts. The good news for him is he's got perfect greens over at PGA West. He's going to have the Stadium golf course and, of course, the Nicklaus golf course as well. And every golf course is leading to tons and tons of birdies. He knows what he's got to do. And I think he's going to be part of the story. I don't know if he's going to be able to ultimately get his first win here. This is a tough place when you've got the firepower like they have in this field, especially with Jon Rahm breathing down his neck.
Yeah, he said he came down to the area a little bit earlier, familiarized himself with the 3 courses, and that has paid off. Just that little bit of preparation. Well, lurking just 2 strokes back, that is a certain Spaniard, Jon Rahm, arguably the hottest player on the planet right now. 3 wins in his last 5 worldwide starts. Off to a good start, 8 under 64, although he did say himself he could barely find a fairway. He hit 10 of 14, not bad, 13 of 18 greens, just 24 putts, though, Trip. So let's hear from Jon Rahm following his round and his confidence levels coming off the win at the Tournament of Champions.
Very confident, and I think it showed out there, you know. Like I said, I didn't have my best. I didn't find myself in the fairway very often throughout the round, but I was able to get birdies out of it, and that's the beauty of, you know, of that. Yeah, I mean, I would like people to think that it's just hard to beat me and almost impossible, because, again, if I don't have my A game and I'm shooting rounds like this, it should be a pretty good year.
You won here 4 or 5 years ago. How much confidence does that give you going the rest of the way? I know we got a long way to go, but knowing that you've won here before, and how bad would you want to get another one and have you 2 wins in 3 weeks for you?
Really badly. But I could say what gives me more confidence is I've never finished outside the top 14 in this tournament. Right, I've been consistent every single time, and I've given myself a chance. So hopefully, again, I can just keep doing what I've been doing and, you know, find myself on Sunday with a chance.
It kind of says a lot about Jon Rahm's game right now if he thinks he's out there today with his B game and he's just 2 back. I mean, the ceiling for Jon Rahm this year could just be pretty enormous.
Yeah, and there's a confident man right there. There's a guy who believes in what he's doing, and why not? I mean, he's playing some of the best golf. I think Rory McIlroy might put his hand up and say, "Hey, I had a pretty good year as well and pretty good fall." But you look at Jon Rahm and the way he's carrying himself, what he's doing. He drives the ball better than anybody, and a bad driving day for him is 10 of 14 fairways. So that'll tell you. But I think what he was talking about was the solidness of his shots. It wasn't quite what he likes, but the putter is the big difference. I mean, last year it was his putting at times that was frustrating him, and he was sick and tired of answering the question. He's like, there's nothing really wrong with my putting. They're not going in. I'm not putting poorly. But, boy, he is putting great now. And he did it in Maui and did exactly what he had to do to that final round to shoot 27 under and really put his hands on that trophy finally after shooting 34 under the year before and not getting it done. So I think Jon Rahm is the guy to beat, of course, right now. And La Quinta is probably the easiest golf course, so he took care of that. But look at how he plays the stadium golf course, and he's played that golf course quite well. Of course, he won here in 2018, so he knows how to get it done playing the best golf in the world. It'd be hard not to put your money on Jon Rahm after round number 1.
Well, that's it. But, I mean, arguably as well, for the guys who played the stadium course today, it was the perfect day to do it. I mean, there was just no wind out there. The course had no defense. Scoring was so low, which is kind of what we expect from this event. But today, those guys could really capitalize on the conditions.
Yeah, the average scoring on all 3 golf courses was around 69.2 on all golf courses. So if you shoot 3 under par, you're barely even thinking about making the cut. You're shooting in the 60s, and you're tied for 65th, 66 in that range. That's remarkable. It just shows that it feels like when you're in this environment, when you're making pars, you're packing up. You feel like you really do need to birdie 1 out of every 3 or 4 holes, and you cannot let a par 5 get by you. You really have to take advantage of these par 5s on all 3 of these golf courses. So the players at the top of the leaderboard did that. I think if you're going to win this tournament, you cannot have a round higher than 67.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Davis Thompson, back-to-back eagles on his front 9, went out in 28. And actually, he's only got a 2-shot advantage. So it just goes to show that everybody in the field is going incredibly low. All right, well, the LPGA Tour, they also got their season underway today at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions down in Lake Nona, Orlando, Florida. Brooke Henderson leads the way with an opening round 67, 5 under, just 1 stroke ahead, though, of world number 2, Nelly Korda. These are 2 of the biggest names in the women's game. So let's hear from them following their opening rounds.
It's really exciting to get off to a fast start like this. You know, lots of big changes in the off seasons and lots of hard work too. So it feels good to have it pay off a little bit, and it's so much fun to be at this event. I love playing here, and I had great playing partners today, and John and Josh, and I look forward to the next 3 days.
You do love playing here, and it has shown in your play. You finished runner-up here last year, but have consistently played well in this event, even back to when it was still on the PGA Tour Champions. It's the most unique event on tour. What is it about that's so different with this format that seems to suit you so well?
I love the atmosphere. You know, it's a little bit more laid back. There's lots of fans, and it's just fun to be able to talk to the celebrities and learn a little bit from them too. Yeah, the atmosphere I think is just the best part, and you know, coming the first event of the year off of long off season, it always feels good to kind of ease into it a little bit. So yeah, hopefully just continue strong the next 3 days.
Overall, it was a pretty good day. You know, new clubs, new season. Kind of haven't been playing obviously as much as I would in a season, but I'm happy with today's round.
Did you feel a difference at all with the new clubs?
No, they were really solid. I hit the ball really, really well today. Honestly, I was very comfortable. I really like the irons, but yeah, you're right. You know, when you're testing, it's very different compared to when you're playing. So obviously this week I'm taking it as a feeler, seeing where I need to dial in it a little bit more, maybe tweak some things. But overall, I was extremely happy with the way my clubs were flying. The shots that I kind of missed, that was because of me. I released it a little too early. But overall, I think I've seen a good bit of improvement with my long irons, with the TaylorMade irons, the P770s, and I'm extremely happy with my set.
Well, a busy 24 hours of golf coming your way. Get going tonight, 2:30 a.m. for the DP World Tour. Trip and I back up pre-game, Golf Central, 11 a.m. The LPGA Tour second round coverage at noon, then 3 p.m. for the PGA, 7 p.m. for the PGA Tour Champions, and then we'll wrap things up on Golf Central at 10 p.m. Eastern. We will see you there. Have a wonderful night and take care.